Hey, everyone, and welcome to the Detroit Metro Plug podcast where connections matter. I'm Charles, your host, and thank you for joining us tonight. Those who are watching live to the Detroit Metro Plug podcast where connections matter. Connections matter. So, again, thank you for watching us live. If you could do me a favor, please like and share. If you are joining us live, we have a very special guest and a very powerful topic tonight for those who are business owners, entrepreneurs, or seeking to just do something different with your life and to maybe turn that hobby into a business. So we have a great topic. So if you can like and share this with your friends, I definitely appreciate it. But again, welcome to this live broadcast. Before we go into our guests for tonight and our topic, just a few announcements. Again, like and share with your friends and family. A few announcements. A little bit about our podcast. As you know, we have close to 35 episodes of interviews of difference makers in the area of entrepreneurship and community involvement. And it is my goal to be a platform that platform other platforms. So my goal is to serve you and to help you increase your reach and to help you reach your customers, make new connections. And so that's what the whole point of Detroit Metro Plug podcast. Here I have this plug right here, and this plug is a conduit for electricity. Once you plug it into a electricity source, it gives it power to make devices work. And so that's the whole concept with connections matter. If you want to see significant change in your life, your business, and your entrepreneurship life, significant change happens in the context of community. You can't do it alone, so you need help. You can't do things by yourself. You need help to encourage you, to give you advice. I would encourage you to get a coach, join a mastermind group, pay for a class to just enhance your skills. Because if you want to level up, you can't do it alone. You definitely need help. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight. But I want to give an announcement. Some of you may know or may not know. Part of what we're doing is we try to connect people, and we're hosting a networking meet and greet this Saturday at the Westin Hotel. This Saturday at the Westin Hotel, we're going to have some vendors there, about 8 vendors from the Detroit area. So I want to encourage you to come out and support that. But we still have tickets available for the business meet and greet. It's an opportunity for you to connect with like-minded entrepreneurs, build new relationships, to increase your reach and your brand visibility, to connect with other people, to potentially have new customers, new opportunities, new collaborations. And that's what I'm about. Like I said, I'm a platform that platform other platforms. I'm here to serve you, to help you increase your reach and opportunities. So I want to personally invite you this Saturday at the Westin Hotel from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And it includes a full continental breakfast. That's right, I said a full continental breakfast provided by the great staff at the Westin Hotel. And also, for those who attend, there will be a gift card giveaway for those who attend. You have potential for that. Everybody who comes has an opportunity to pitch their business, a 2-minute pitch where you can share about yourself, your business, and your ideal customer. So you get a chance to let everybody know what you do so you can make the right connections and build the right collaborations and have opportunities to share about your product or service. Also, we have a very special guest who's coming to share a little bit about the upcoming micro lending conference, the National Micro Lending Conference. He's going to come and share about that. If you're interested in getting your business funded and want to make connections with lenders, he's going to share about the Micro Lending Conference. And if you come, there's a special promo code that he's going to share where you get 50% off your fee for that weekend conference. It's going to be held July 29th through the 30th, through the 31st at Motor City Greek Casino. So let me share this quick announcement. We're going to get into our guests tonight. Exciting topic. So just check out this quick video. All right, all right. So that's this Saturday. Breakfast business meet and greet at the Western Hotel from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. So those who are watching, if you're new to coming to this event, use the promo code Meet and Greet. The promo code Meet and Greet when you register on Eventbrite, and you get 15% off. If you're a returning guest, those who came to our one in April, you want to type in a promo code return guest, and you get 20% off. So it's just $15 to get breakfast, an opportunity to connect with other people. And again, I'm just here to serve you to increase your reach. Okay. Now, so for tonight, I'm really excited because our next guest had a personal impact in my life. A personal impact in my life. Almost about 7 to 8 years ago, I was going through kind of a reset in my life, and I wanted to explore some business and entrepreneur opportunities. And a lot of people that I was reading about, watching on YouTube, talked about the importance of having a business plan. And at that time, I could barely spell a business plan. I didn't know anything about business planning. And then I came across this organization called Lifeline Consulting. Now they're called Lifeline Global Consulting. And they were hosting just some seminars you could go to and find out about what they're offering. And they was talking about how to write a business plan and how to have a business template together, how to put your projections. I learned about things about SWOT analysis. I didn't know nothing about SWOT analysis and financial projections. So everything you see today with my business, with Empower You Ventures, and the things I'm doing with this podcast, I learned the fundamentals from this next guest. So I'm excited. So let me read a little bit about our next guest. Just a formal introduction. Um, our next guest is widely recognized for her distinctive voice and insight on the journey of entrepreneurship. After becoming the first African American woman to own a Tuffy Auto Service franchise in 2016 and running her own multi-million dollar company, NiCole launched Lifeline Business Consulting Services. She also founded Lifeline Business Consulting Services and has since coached thousands of entrepreneurs to realize their dreams of entrepreneurship and receive millions of dollars. That's right, millions of dollars of funding. Our next guest mission is clear: inspire minority and women business owners to realize their dreams. If you guys don't know who I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our next guest, Dr. NiCole, the business doctor.
Thank you, Charles. I really appreciate this opportunity. And yes, you are a lifeliner. So I am super excited. Congratulations on all of your success. I am so happy for you and all of the platforms that you are using to then now help other entrepreneurs bring their dreams into reality. So, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that. And I owe you helped to give me the foundation, and your organization gave me the fundamentals on writing business plan, marketing strategies, and everything. So I appreciate the good work that you've done.
Thank
Um, so before we go into our topic for today, just share a little bit about yourself, where you're from, who you're with, or whatever you want to share about your family or anything. Just share a little bit about yourself.
I love that I'm here in Detroit. I'm born and raised in Detroit. And I really connect with a lot of Detroiters and just a lot of individuals who may not have had the perfect upbringing. Me myself, even though yes, today I've been an entrepreneur now for 16 years. I owned a franchise auto repair shop. Um, Before that, I had a candy store, which was really awesome. Getting my feet wet into entrepreneurship, but then also being able to then now help thousands bring their dreams into entrepreneurship is truly my mission. We've now been able to help over 10,000 entrepreneurs not only start and grow their business, but also access over $10 million in funding and also an additional $3 million in grant dollars. And that's not even counting during the PPP time, So, we're really excited on what we do. My team behind me, we are really taking things to a whole nother level. But in all actuality, I'm just like you, Charles. I didn't even know how to spell the word projected financials when it was time for me to write my first business plan to open, or actually to purchase the assets of this franchise auto repair shop. In all actuality, at that time, I was on welfare. I had a 480 credit score, and it was just something that, again, those current owners, they saw something in me. And just like probably a lot of your guests and a lot of your viewers, there's something that's inside of you that someone is looking at, that someone knows and they notice about you, that you may not even see within yourself. And so that was me. I didn't even see me being an entrepreneur. I did not think that I could do that. I didn't think that that was part of my story. I felt as though I'm a woman, I'm black, I'm young. At that time, I was 26 years old. Surely this opportunity isn't for me. I'm on welfare. My background is shaky. I had my son at 14 years old. I mean, I had every single reason why an opportunity could never come to me. I would have been homeless multiple times. I hadn't, been without food. Like so many Americans, even today, that are going through job loss and homelessness and just lack of food and resources. Yet someone saw something within me that I didn't see within myself, that said, you know what, you can do this, you can own something like this. And I took a chance. I went and contacted several resources that I was able to research and find, and finally found a funding institution that was willing to take a chance, even with a 480 credit score, even with a background where I was not educated with a GED education at that time, even someone who had a background like mine. They were willing to take a chance because the opportunity presented itself. And so that was my first true break into entrepreneurship. I went from literally 1 month not having anything, on welfare, had just food stamps, and not really sure as far as what my life would really turn out to be, to then the next month doing 30, 40, $50,000 a month in this auto repair shop. But the thing was that I did not understand or know how to actually run a business. And so as I went through that situation, and on top of that, not only having this shop, but also being in a marriage that really was not necessarily equally yoked. I'm growing, I'm developing as a person, yet my spouse was not, and we just weren't seeing eye to eye. I had to leave everything. And so then a lot of times people ask, well, how can you then start over? There's probably viewers right now that they're sitting there in a particular circumstance, and they're wondering, how are they going to start over? How are they going to do yet something again? And so this has been a journey, but I found my true love, my gift, I feel as though, and that is helping people, being that conduit, like you, having that plug, being that conduit, and helping people get to that finish line and getting them some money, so not only can they open their business, they can grow their business and truly take their business ideas to a whole nother level.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Um, so your introduction, I mean, you covered a lot. You covered a lot. You covered a lot in your introduction. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Man, so you were 26 when you started you got the Tuffy Auto franchise, right?
Yes, I was
Yeah.
26, and that was like a shock for me. I had a newborn baby. I was going through just that whole postpartum depression. I mean, so many things were going on, yet I still had to fight to keep moving.
Okay, yeah. And so, how did you were 26 years old? You shared, you had a child at a young age, a 480 credit score. So, what was this? How did you transition and say, "I'm going to own an auto shop"? I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who are wondering, like, how did you make that leap?
I know. Well, at that time, my then husband was a auto mechanic, and he worked at that Tuffy.
Oh, okay,
And so I'm coming at that time again. We were on welfare. We had one car, which was his mother's car. I'm dropping him off at the shop. I'm taking her to her doctor's appointments because she was going through chemotherapy, and unfortunately, she went on home to be with the Lord. But I was going through that situation as well as then going through postpartum depression. But yet those owners, they're seeing me every day. They're seeing that tenacity. They're seeing that grit. And they just pulled me over to the side, and they would constantly tell me, you can do this. You can have this. And when I
yeah,
tell you, Charles, not only did they reduce the dollar amount as far as what they were charging to purchase the assets by half, they
okay,
started to try to introduce me to their broker to again try to convince me because I'm this little girl in the hood. Like,
right, right,
I
right,
can't
right.
have this. Like, I told them,
Okay,
I'm black. You must don't see this color. This does not rub off. But yet they were very determined. They kept telling me, we sent our son to Harvard. We sent our children to Ivy League schools right
right.
here from the proceeds from the revenue off of this auto repair shop. And they were like, you can change your life by
Wow, wow.
by becoming a business
Okay.
owner.
So what was the transition where you just said, "Let me try this." You just said, I'm gonna take this chance." Because some people, they contemplate things and they are afraid to take the leap. What propels you to just say, I'm gonna try this"?
So I have a belief, and I believe that everything is about mindset. And I didn't know anything about mindset. I didn't know anything about intentions at that time. But I had a belief that if God brought me an opportunity to my door, that it had to be something.
Mm,
Opportunities just don't come.
right.
There's this actual bar in Oakland, California, right on the bay, and it's
Okay.
called the First and Last Chance Bar. And
Hmm.
when I went in there to ask about the name and just getting more history, they said that the name of that bar is because this was the first and the last chance. The first time that before they go out into the sea, the pirates would go out into the sea. The ships would go out into the sea. This was the first chance that they could go and get a drink, and then, or the last chance, I'm sorry, to go get a drink before they head out to sea. And then when they come back in, this was their first chance that they could go and have a drink. And it was just something dawned on me even in that moment that allowed me to understand my story is
Right,
that
right,
God really gives you a first and a last chance to the opportunity that is opening for you to either start your business or to do that very thing that you've been dwelling on. A
right,
lot of people, it's scary. You're nervous. You don't know what to do. I had no clue. I didn't know what I needed to do, but this opportunity came. And what
right.
if I didn't take the opportunity? How many people would not have been touched
Touch, right.
going down the road 10 years,
Yes.
15 years later if I did not do that first opportunity, right?
Right, right,
Because
right.
when a door opens, you only have that first and that last chance of
Hands.
that very opportunity. That opportunity will never present itself again. It may
Right,
come in a different way. Other opportunities may present itself, but that very one will not show up again. And I was always in the mindset that I did not want to let any opportunities pass me without me trying. At least let me
right, right.
try. Now, mind you, I was told that I needed to write a business plan. I needed to do projected financials. I didn't even know how to spell the word projected financials.
Okay.
I didn't have
Okay.
a clue what that even was.
Right. Right. Right.
Didn't
Right.
have a clue how to write a business plan. But
Hmm.
one thing that my grandma taught me was that if I can read, I can do anything. And so I went to the library. I started reading books about business plans. I went to the free, clinics to help me, even though they did not help me. But that's a
Right.
whole other conversation. We ain't gonna go there.
All
But
right.
like literally, I started to read, and I was able to pick books up,
Right.
and I started to write this very juvenile 8-page business plan.
Okay.
And I had to get these projected financials completed. And the organization that ended up funding this whole venture, they told me about this one accountant that would only charge me $250. Now, where am I supposed to get $250? I'm
Right.
poor.
Right. Right.
And so I took everything out of my house, including TVs off the wall, to the pawn shop. And
Right.
I got that $250 to pay. Because again, this is an opportunity. What are you willing to risk?
Risk.
What are
Right.
you willing to give up? How
Right.
comfortable are you living in the situation that you are in now compared to what the other side of the opportunity could present itself?
Right.
See,
Right.
it's hard being poor. I don't know about you, Charles, but
Right.
it's hard being poor. It's hard being broke. And so you got to choose your heart. Is it hard to do the very thing that you don't know how to do? You don't know what to do. You don't know how
Right.
to
Right.
do it? Or is it hard to be in the situation that you are in currently, that you hate, that you despise, the job that you wake
Right.
up to and you just feel like you're dying every time you
Right.
walk in, but you
Right.
have this dream, you have this desire to move forward, but you're scared. See, the
Right.
thing is, you got to pick your scared. I'd rather be scared running towards what I desire versus being scared sitting in a situation where I know I don't want to
Right.
be in, that I know I'm dying every
Right.
single day. And that's what I felt poverty was anyway. It was
Okay.
a death sentence that I didn't know how I was going to get out. But again, the opportunity came. And every time that opportunity would come, I would jump on that opportunity and I would run until the door would say no. And then I still kept going. It didn't
Okay.
matter how many no's I would get. I kept going and I kept going and I kept going. Why? Because poor, being in the situation, whatever that situation that you're in, is a
Right.
lot worse than what can be on the other side of that opportunity.
Great, great. And I like what you shared. You had a certain mindset. This opportunity presented itself, and there was people around you that believed in you, and you went forward. And I'm so glad you did because not only had you had an impact on my life, but you had an impact on a lot of entrepreneurs. So I
Yes.
want to get into. You kind of touched on it a little bit. So you kind of self-taught yourself how to put a business plan together. Now, did you have to put one together to present it to a bank or a funder, or what was the situation where you were forced to learn how to put a business plan together?
So this was you talking about scary. So I had to put this business plan together not only for a funding institution, but I also had to put this business plan together for the franchise, for them to accept me as a franchisee. So it wasn't just about getting the money, but I also had to be accepted. So this business plan had to be strong enough and these numbers had to be strong enough, and I had to pitch and I had to discuss what I was going to do different to be able to turn the numbers around and to be able to turn this business around. But again, Charles, I didn't have a clue about business. And so that was where I just kept reading, and I read, when I say like a maniac, I was reading every single book that I could possibly get my hands on to understand and to know. But then I also had to reach down within my spirit to understand I got my car fixed. How would I want to be treated as a consumer in an auto repair shop? What was I missing in the experience? How would I want individuals to connect with me in a different way? And so I was, again, in the business plan, you're looking to solve a problem. What is the
Okay.
problem that your business idea or your
Right.
current business is solving.
Okay.
There's a solution that you're bringing to the table, and majority of the time entrepreneurs start their business because of some headache, because of some issues, because something irritated the mess out of them, and they said, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to do something about it. And so I had to think through that. Now, again, then I
Right.
didn't have a clue what I was doing, but it was the intuition. See, we
Right.
all are built with intuition. We know, like animals, right? Animals
Right.
are out, they know when danger comes, they can feel it and they run. We as humans are the only ones that go up to fire and start to touch it and say, "Oh, is
Right.
this
Right.
really hot?" But when we start to really pay attention to our intuition and the God within us, or the universe speaking to us, that's when we're able to even go forward into areas that we may not even have a clue
Right.
naturally about, but we
Right.
do have the intuition to lead us in the right direction.
Okay, that's awesome. You give us some jewels today. I like what you
So
said.
helping.
Yes, yes. So I like what you said. You didn't let information prevent you for this opportunity. You sought information and resources. You got books. You read every book that you can get your hand on, probably that relates to business and business plan
Yes,
writing. You sought out resources, so I appreciate that, and that's encouragement for us that we don't have to make any excuses. We got to go out and seize the opportunity
yes.
and seek out resources. And you are a great resources. And I want to pivot. So, what would you say are some of the essentials that should be included in a business plan that funders, whether it's a bank, a franchise company, or micro lenders, or maybe a dude off the street who got money? I don't know.
Mhm.
What are essentials that is needed to have a fundable business plan?
I look at, when you start to understand what a business plan structure needs, I want you to think about when someone asks you for a couple of dollars. You want to understand how you're going to get your money back, period and point blank. And you want that person to explain what they're going to do with the money, why they need the money, what characteristics about themselves will allow them to pay back the money. You want the same thing if you was just loaning somebody $100 or $200 on in your family. Well, how much more would a bank, with an investor, with a VC firm, with a micro lender, anyone, what would they want to know? They want to know, what are you trying to do in your business? Being clear and concise. A lot of times people don't have a very clear picture as far as how the business is going to solve a problem in the community, or how is the business going to solve a problem just in general. They also don't really discuss about their key success, like, why are you so great? Talking, like, especially with us in our community, we do not boast about ourselves. We don't talk about our greatness. And so being able to talk about how you're going to be able to do this business, and how wonderful you are, and how you've been successful in your past, or at your job, or things of that nature, things that you may do at church. Those things matter, especially when we're talking about your character. A lot of lending dollars, especially today around minorities, are based on character. What is your character? Another thing that a lot of people don't really realize is that people want to know a very detailed, itemized list of what you're going to do with the money. How much money do you need? You can't just say, "Hey, I need $5,000," and just give it to me, just because. No, you need to tell someone, what are you going to do with that $5,000, and itemize it. If you're opening up a restaurant, or you're doing a carry out spot, how many pots do you need? How many utensils do you need? How many how much is the styrofoam containers? What is all the paper products going to cost you? Do you need a POS system? Do you need an accountant to set that POS system up? Do you need QuickBooks to connect everything together so that things run easy. Do you need, what do you need so that with that $5,000 that you're asking for? And then another thing a lot of people don't really realize is the need to have the financial statements, the projections. How many units, how many doohickeys are you going to sell so that you can not only pay all your bills, pay that person back, and so that you have a profit? There's no point of being in business, Charles, if you're not making a profit. It's just a
Right, right,
hobby at that point.
right, right,
And
right.
if you're trying to be in business and you want to be a successful business owner, it's about making money. And a lot of times we shy away from that. But in those projections, it really details how much money you're going to make, what that profit
Okay,
looks like over the next 3 to 5 years.
okay, okay. Wow. You shared some definitely about. I pointed out five major jewels, some essentials you need into to have in your business plan. So I think that deserves some horns right there.
Hey, I'll take
Um,
it.
So I'm going to go into a little bit more, some follow-up questions about that, and then we're going to talk about how people can work directly with you and the services you provide. But we just have a real quick announcement. When we come right back, we'll go into more about the more details about the essentials of business planning, and then the services you provide, and how people work directly for you. So work directly with you. So we'll be right back. Just a quick announcement.
Hey everyone, this is Charles with Detroit Metro Plug Podcast. If you are finding value in today's video, I invite you to subscribe, like, and comment. We would love to hear your feedback. And don't forget to click on that notification bell so you can be notified when we have upcoming episodes of difference makers in the area of entrepreneurship and community involvement. If you're interested in being a part of our Facebook networking community, I invite you to click on the link to be a part of that community. This is a place where you can network with like minded people and a chance to share about your product or service. If you're interested in working with me directly on how you can share your story with video or with podcasting, you can email me direct at DetroitMetroPlug313 at gmail.com. Thanks again, and let's get back to this interview.
All right, so we're back. For those who are joining us, we are with Dr. NiCole, the business doctor. She is founder of Lifeline Global Consulting, and she's talking about show me the money, how to put together
Yes,
a fundable business plan, fundable fundable business plan. All right, I hope I said that right.
yeah,
So you talked about some of the essentials. About you gave kind of a simple example. Somebody loans someone $100, they want to know how you're going to get it back. You
right.
talked about that's just kind of the basics right there. You talked about writing to address to solve a problem. You talked about the importance of having character written into your business plan. You talked about uh, um, who are you going to what was it who are you going to serve, and what are you going to do with the money that you're going to receive, and the importance
Mhm.
of financial statements. And you talked a little bit about now, when you started the franchise with the Tuffy, you said you had a credit score of 480. And I know a lot of people who may be viewing this, if they're trying to get their business funded. I mean, I don't know about you, but we've had some hiccups in our credit. We may have
Yes.
filed a bankruptcy. I've gone through a divorce and had to reset. So, you have some financial challenges, with child support and all that kind of stuff.
All of
Where your bills have bills,
Yeah.
and you're trying to start a business. And so, how can you overcome those hurdles?
See, that's the thing. Pull your credit report and start to look at each and every creditor and what a lot of these funding institutions that are truly helping the community. They're called Community Development Financial Institutions, CDFIs. They want to understand why those things happen. So if you pull that credit report and each and every one of those items that are on that credit report, explain why that's on there. And then what are you doing to work towards getting that thing either taken care of, eliminated, or whatever that the plan is. They want to, again, it's about your credibility, right? It's about your character, and that's what they want to see. Are you going to wait until they pull the credit report and then they find out you got a 480 credit score? Or
Okay.
are you going to pull it, write this letter, what I call it's a letter of, uh, uh, you're writing a letter just discussing about your credit situation. I've had clients where their children had skin cancer, and that's the reason why they have a mound of medical bills and
Wow.
other
Wow.
bills on there. I've had a mother who lost her child. And again, when you're going through some life changing situations, people have had divorce, like you said, and on this with the divorce, hey, look, go ahead and attach that divorce decree to that, to
Right.
that document, so that they can see, maybe, look, this is what the judge said, that person owes this, but I'm never going to get that money. So, whatever that the case is, whatever that the
Right. Right.
story is, everybody got a story.
Right.
Everybody has a story. You're not the only one that may have gone through what you're going through. But the thing is, can you discuss it? Can you be honest? Can you be real and upfront? See, that's what an adult is. A true adult is being honest and forthcoming of what's happening and saying, you know what, this is what I want to do. And I
Right.
believe that I'll be able to change my life because I'll be able to start over new, doing this business, doing XYZ, so on and so forth. We understand we just went through a pandemic. Come on, y'all.
Right. 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 Right.
Like, everybody's life got reset one way,
Right.
form, or
Yes.
fashion.
Yes.
So it's okay. I'm not telling you don't pay your bills now. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. What
Right.
I'm
Right.
saying is that we all have a story. Write it out, just
Okay.
make it plain, and be able to then have that discussion with
Okay.
that lender, so that that lender understands your side, your voice, and where your heart is.
Hmm.
People want to know where your heart is and where you are in the matter.
Okay. Okay. So people are hearing this. They're hearing some of the basics, some essentials that should be included. Talking about character, writing, talking about your story, where you're at, as far as your financial situation. You talked about financial projections. So, um, talk about, some people may still be, have some hurdles on trying to do this, and they may need help. How can they work with you, and what are the services you provide?
So, I just actually did a business plan workshop that was fantastic. I did actually two. And so your viewers could get a copy of that recording that includes the business plan template. It comes with a bunch of other things in this packet. And what they can do is that they can text 949-525 9092, and they text that they heard me on your show, and I'll let them get that business plan recording bundle for $40.
Okay, now what's that text number again?
949
949
525
525
9092.
9092.
Yes.
949 525 9092.
Yes.
All
So
right,
for
all right.
$40, they're going to get,
$40. Okay.
yeah, I mean, come on, that's 220s. You're
That's
going to get
220s.
the
Yes.
business plan template that is
Hmm.
the Fundable business plan template. All of the lenders that I've worked with, and at this point now, I have clients nationally, South Carolina, California. We have
Okay.
lenders now, even in California, that they love this business plan template. It's easy to read. You're going to get hours of teaching examples of different business
Okay.
scenarios that will allow you to really understand what goes into each and every section. You do, if you graduated from fifth grade, which practically everybody has, You can write a
You
business
can
plan.
okay, you can write a business plan.
This is
Congratulations,
how
fifth grade.
simple and easy I break that down. And so you're going to get that training. And so then also I do business coaching. So you can again text that same number and say, I want you to be my coach. And we can jump on a call, a discovery 15-20 minute call, just so that I can get a better understanding of what that
Right,
need
right, right.
is. And we can, figure out what is the best game plan moving forward. I do also write business plans. And this is the hilarious part, Charles, right?
Okay.
I don't want to write the business plan. And you want to know why? Now, most people will think, well, you crazy. How you going to tell somebody that you don't want to do a service?
Right, right,
That's not right, the a
right,
correct way of doing business. But I
right.
understand this lending community, and they want to hear in your words, not someone else's
Those
words that
words, right,
you wrote it. They want to hear it from your words. And so
right,
yes, you can pay thousands of dollars to have somebody else write your business plan. I
right,
can
right.
write your business plan. But in all actuality, the dream came in your belly.
Exactly.
You
They
got the
want right. You
dream.
got to take ownership of it.
You got to take it and
Ownership.
you
Yes.
can do it. And so I'll coach you, I'll help you through that process, however long it takes. And I take you right directly to the funders,
Okay.
and, help you through that entire process. You need help with your projections. I also can help you with that. All they
Okay.
have to do is text that phone number, and they'll get right to me. It comes right to my phone.
Now,
So
Dr. Nicole, is it okay to include that on the playback in our description? We have it
absolutely.
include that text number and how people can get in touch with you. Okay,
Absolutely.
so for all our viewers on the playback on our YouTube description, we'll have that text number available for those who want to get access to that business plan template so that you can be on your journey on writing your fundable business plan.
And
Okay.
all they have to do is let me know that they heard it on your
On
show,
your on our show, Detroit
and
Metro Plug
they
Podcast.
will get the discount anytime. So anytime
Anytime.
this
So
replay happens and you're listening,
you mean if they see it a year from now and they
I'm
say I
still gonna
think
honor it. I'm still gonna take
okay.
care of them, because
All
guess what?
right.
My
That's dope. That's dope. I
vision
appreciate that.
my
That's what it's
vision
about.
is to help entrepreneurs start and grow their business.
All
And
right.
so it
Yes.
doesn't matter. So time doesn't come into that. I'm
Right.
here to help. And so I'm super excited for you. I'm so proud of you. You're
Right.
my lifeliner.
Yes.
It's so many, it's thousands of you. The lip bar is a
Right.
lifeliner.
Right. Yes.
Ellis Island Tea is a lifeliner.
Yes.
We
Yes.
have so many huge lifeliners just like yourself doing major things. And I'm just super proud. It's like a little mama bear. I'm just so
Yes. I appreciate that and your help. Now, what would you say is your ideal customer or your ideal client that you work with?
so I have a few. I would say, I love that client that has not one clue. That that does not that knows they hate their
Right.
job.
Right.
They
Right.
don't want to be there no more. They make a mean sweet potato pie, but they don't know what to do from there. So that
Right.
one type of person that type of client that comes to me with an idea and they don't know what to do, they don't know where to go, that's my client. My client is also the person who is in business that's doing great, but they need to grow their business and they need some capital. That's my client. My
Okay.
client is also a person who is just starting and they have this idea formulated. They may not necessarily have their business plan together, or they may have their business plan together, but they just need someone just to kind of clean it up or help them clean it up to walk them into a lender's office. That's
Okay.
my client. So I
Okay.
go from startup to I don't have a clue, but I know I just hate my job
Right.
to
Right. Right.
a person who has been in business for 10, 20 years, and they're looking to take their business to another level and they need the capital necessary to do it.
Right. Right. Okay. All right. So you have three different clients: somebody who has a clue,
Yes.
somebody who's kind of been in it a little bit but just want to go to another level, and your client that's have experience but just needs some other capital to expand their business. That's great. Now, I'm not sure if you have any other announcements. I know you have the business template that's available that people can text you, and that's just online only. Is that when they text you, they have a link or something to watch the
They'll get a
replay
link
and a
to a Dropbox
download? Oh,
actually,
Dropbox.
and
Okay.
they'll be able to download everything right onto their computer. They will
Okay.
have a Word document, so
Okay.
they'll literally be able to text right inside of this
Dropbox. Okay.
right inside of the template to start to work on their business. And then I would just like for your viewers just to follow me on social media. You know,
Okay.
I have a bunch of stuff on YouTube. You can look at my story if you need a little bit of
Okay.
inspiration. You know, I was on the Steve Harvey show a few years ago as super mom because of my background and where my life has been truly
Right.
turned around. And so I just love for everyone just to follow me on social media because that's going to be the best place.
What is your social media handles on on Instagram? I don't know if you're on TikTok, Facebook.
Everything is you can find me at Dr. Nicole S. Parker or Dr.
Okay.
Nicole Parker. So if
So
you
at
Google
Dr. Nicole
me,
Parker
you
as
can
well.
Google, you can find me everywhere. You can just find
Okay.
me
Okay. All
everywhere.
right. I'll
And
make sure
I
I'm
will
following
be
you too.
there. Yes. And then you can always inbox me. If you have a question, you could DM me.
Okay.
You know, I'm here. And then also, guess what? Everybody got my phone number. If you got questions, you can text me at
Okay.
949-525
Wow. Wow. Okay.
92. And so, you know, and I would love again just to help you bring your
Wow.
dreams
Okay.
into reality wherever that you are.
We'll include your social media handles also in the description, as well as that special offer for the business template. Any other announcements before we wrap up? That
You know, I got
Lifeline.
one last thing I would love for
Okay.
everyone. You know,
Yes.
I want to just leave everyone on this note that life is hard. You know, we've gone through a pandemic. A lot of people have lost loved ones. You have lost loved ones. You may have lost your job. You may have even lost your business. You may have lost so many things, but I want you to know that redemption is here. That I want you to understand that life is renewing today. And so just start to dream, start to create intentions because guess what? In our dreams, and when we start to go back into, you know, dreaming again, that's where we're able to create. Think of this every time that you think on anything for 68 seconds, that very thing then comes back and reappears in your life. And so, what are you thinking on? Make certain that you're thinking on things that are good, things that are hopeful, things that are beautiful, peace, love. Think on those things. Don't think on the things and all of the negative things, you know, because I understand life is hard, things are going on in your life, but I'm telling you today that there's hope and that you have the hope to then now change your life just by thinking on something positive. And so, you know what? I challenge you today to write 21 things that you would like, that you would have to have crazy faith in order for those things to happen. 21 things. And you start to think on those things and watch your life change right before your eyes.
All right. Well, thank you for those encouraging and powerful, impactful words to think on those positive things to see change in your personal life. One other question before we close out. So, at one point, you were doing in person live coaching classes. Are you going to bring that back, or what's the status with that?
You know, everything right now I'm doing is virtual.
Okay.
And Charles, I've also actually had a pivot in my own business. So you're
Okay.
talking like even for me thinking about crazy things, right? So now I'm doing more corporate structured training for entrepreneurs. And so companies are coming to me to create training online incubators
Oh,
even
okay.
to then now help. So we're working on this new program called the Motor City Contractor Fund where
Okay.
we have contractors helping them take their business to the next level, and they have access to over $8 million. And so in this particular loan fund, because now that's what we're
Okay.
really focusing on, is supporting loan funds and creating programming around those.
Okay.
We've created an online incubator to then now house all of our classes. So like the classes that you went through are all online, and
Right.
now we're actually building a entrepreneurial incubator. Lifeline will have that
Okay. Right.
by the beginning of next year, and so
Okay.
we'll be able to have trainings, and people will be able to do things right on their phones.
Right. Right. Right.
And
Okay.
so right now we're doing this program with contractors. And so if you're a contractor and you need help growing your business, also text me, because this program is phenomenal. So
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
we've pivoted as well. So we work one-on-one with a lot of clients, but we also have corporate and lending
Okay.
institutions that
Okay.
we're working with, as well as
Okay.
foundations,
Yeah.
to again push economic development in our city. And that's how our city is going to truly heal. It's going to
Good.
be on the,
Economic development. Right.
economic development with
And
small
empowerment, the
businesses.
small business, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. I think, including me, I've pivoted to with this podcast, doing things virtually. We are now in the virtual world. Got pushed into it because of the pandemic.
Yes.
So a lot of people are used to doing things, to going attending class.
And I love it.
Uh,
I mean, in
yeah,
all actuality, you could be anywhere in the world
the
and you
world,
can
yes,
still
and
take
conduct
care of your business
business,
and do
right?
this thing. And so I love it personally.
Yes, yes, yes,
And
me too.
I don't have any plans of really going back truly in person. I do have meetings with clients in person,
Right, right,
but as
okay.
far as classes, everything will be online from this point forward.
Okay. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
with
All right.
Lifeline.
I missed those, but we had some good connections on
We
those classes.
did.
So it was awesome.
It was good, but we got
Yeah.
some good things going on. We do
Okay.
mastery sessions via
Okay.
Zoom, where we bring in our class together and bring in those
Right.
those industry experts in, just like
Okay.
how we used to then. But everything then now is online. So we love it. It's a beautiful setup. And again, everything is right there on your phone.
All right. All right. All right. So, wow. So everyone has the information. We talked about the text number um, for the business template. You shared some essentials that's needed in business planning. You talked about how people can work directly with you in the services you provided. So I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you
Thank you,
being on the
Carl.
show and being
Oh,
on this platform.
absolutely. It is my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. And again, congratulations on your show. I am super
Yes.
excited for you.
Yes, I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, so that concludes this podcast. I want to thank you again for tuning in, and those who will be watching on the playback. We're going to have some information in the description on our YouTube channel, so check it out on Detroit Metro Plug podcast on YouTube. In the description, the offers that were made for this podcast. Thanks again. Just another quick announcement. I shared at the beginning of our podcast. Just want to encourage you. We still have some seats available for our business networking meet and greet that the podcast is hosting, sponsored by Empower You Ventures. Um, Tickets are still available this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Western Hotel. Opportunity to meet like-minded entrepreneurs, potential new customers, to increase your brand visibilities. We're going to have some vendors there, local businesses. So we want to support and encourage them. So thanks again, and see you next week. We have some exciting guests coming next week. So stay tuned and like and subscribe to our channel. Everyone have a good night.